Najid Bin Yashar'Al is my name. I also go by the name Marquise.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You know, you step to the pulpit, you know what I'm saying? Just spit your sermon, you know what I mean? Just spit your gospel.
Came here
You know what I mean?
to testify,
It ain't nothing
rectify
major.
all my issues here.
Let's go, what's up?
Yes, sir.
Yo, I get it ghetto like braids in a comb, but don't walk up in my home without saying shalom.
What's happening in Moreno Valley? It's a beautiful city. I love it. I grew up here, Moreno Valley, and I just love it. I got roots here. But you see the frustration. I cut their hair. I see what they're talking about. I'm on the ground level. I'm right here. They come through the door, and so I know what they're talking about. And I hope more jobs come out here. You know, where we can at least get them to work. You know, and that, you know, that's basically what it is, man. You know, they're trying to, and then Moreno Valley's trying to get identity. They're trying to get identity. You know, you got cats out here. They just as crazy as anywhere else. So they're trying to get identity. It's a setup's a little different than Los Angeles and other cities. This is a suburb, so-called, but with city issues. You know, come on, where you gonna find that at? So it's a unique place. You know, at one time I believe Moreno Valley was rated #1 in diversity. So you got a whole bunch of factors over here that really makes it a unique city in itself. And you know, we out here in the desert, and it's a struggle, you know. But I pray and hope that the young fellas get educated into trades and get skills where if they can't get hired at a job, they can know how to work for themselves and do things like that. You know, that's what I like about the Bay Area. To be straight up with you, I know they have problems up there, but it's a big front movement for self-help. You know, a lot of entrepreneurs up there. And see, a lot of times that's what people need down here to see. There's really no community guidance program, especially for the young black youth. I love all people, all from Latino, white, it don't matter. But just talk about my people. There's really no community agenda to target them, to really get them to live a sustainable life. Targeting them, you know. So that's what needs to be done. In the Bay Area, you got groups, leaders, been there for years, know how to target the youth and to get them to at least think. Out here, I can't even name one program. So, you know, that stuff is needed for a community, you know, because a lot of these youngsters growing up, they don't have fathers in the home, and, you know, your mother's working 2-3 jobs. She can't really mind you, you know what I'm saying? She ain't home, so you got the TV watching you and just reality TV and issues of life raising you without getting sit and taught discipline and instruction. So it's a whole variety of issues that, you know, affect our community. And I'm just speaking on our side. You got to travel real far just to get a job, decent one. Ontario, what's that, 25, 30 miles away? That's far. Come on, man, these dudes is poor. In the transportation system, it take you 2 hours just to get places. That's your whole day, you know. Then you go out to an area where you don't even know if you're going to get the job. Then the buses run late. Man, it's set up for failure. So these guys got a lot of issues, a lot of stress on their mind. Just a few weeks ago, a guy got killed right across the street, right here, you know. A few weeks ago, 7 people got shot right down the street here. Just at a party, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got nothing to do. At a house party that's getting evicted, guy couldn't get in, he shoot up 7 people. Luckily, I think no one died, but still, come on, man. You know, but it all plays a role on the effects of what's going on in the community. From here to the north side to wherever in Moreno Valley. It's hidden. It looks beautiful. That's the thing about it. That's the deceiving part about Moreno Valley. It looks good. Nice homes. You know what I'm saying? It looks like it's upbeat. But inside them homes is the issue. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff like LA, it might look rough and rugged because it's old. This is a new city. But but inside the homes is the problem. Don't look at the outside of the homes. It's the inside of the home. You know what I'm saying? Where a lot of the issues is, and it's sad. You see a lot of people losing their homes, repo, all this type of stuff, eviction notices, no trespassing. You just cruise the city and cruise the neighborhood, and you see orange posts almost on every block. That's telling you something right there. But that's the reality of Mobile. I wish we just had a real bright community organization to have an agenda, and I haven't seen no agenda for nothing. They got churches, mosques, whatever you may worship and believe in, but you know, everybody's not religious, but you know, you can all have common ground. You know what I'm saying? So something just needs to be set in order to get the city on straight, man. It's sad. And we just talked about Moreno Valley, but you got to include Paris. You see, that's all like one city. Paris, Moreno Valley, Meade Valley. You know what I'm saying? I feel bad for my brothers out there in Meade Valley. That's where I'm from. And you know, they put little warehouses there, but you know, you think about the brothers that's 30, 35 years old. They're just lost. You see, but now they just getting it. But man, it's hard for them right now to get in the groove of things. But it's a lot effective, man. But I'm glad I do what I do as a barber, because that's part of my giving back to the community. A lot of times, not to toot my own horn, but you know, I offer free cuts to brothers. You know, they might be going for a job interview, but sometimes that's what they need. They need just a little help to feel a little better about themselves. And that's why I chose the profession that I'm in. I like to make people feel good, they look good, feel better about themselves.